Hi, Brent. Thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with me today. I wanted to get your thoughts on product management. One of the things I'm seeing come to light in the many conversations I've had since starting the Customer Centric Leadership Initiative is a real desire to move agile into bigger ways in non digital areas of would be more physical retail or different product areas. And with that agile move, is clearly putting product management into the conversation as a centerpiece since the product manager role is so critical to agile. So I'd love to give your thoughts, hear your thoughts on it, because I know it's an area of conversation and the university is doing some work around product management. But it is one that could use a little bit more enlightenment, I think, in terms of how to think about product management and what its role is in the company.
I agree with you. And first, thanks for letting me share on this topic. It's one that I think is very important as well. It's a pretty hot topic, at least around retail and the environments that we are in. I would say, at least the way I think about it, I mean, I really love the idea of taking that product management approach, which was born in tech, right, in software
Yep.
development primarily, and now bringing that into other types of industries that quite honestly are all becoming more tech enabled than they were in the past. So it makes a lot of sense in that way. I will also say that, I think also it moves the organization faster, right? And that's a
Yeah.
key, I think, benefit of the product approach.
Well, one of the things I hear quite a bit is a question around, is it the same as project management? And from my perspective, those are two very different things. Both very, very important. And there might be some Venn diagram overlaps, but by and large, I think it's different. And have you heard that question or confusion before yourself?
Yeah, quite a bit. That's certainly a common question. I think they're similar but different. Certainly, we've all been exposed to project management, where a goal is set, and it's usually long term or
Hmm.
a fairly lengthy process. Whereas when I think about the agile methodology and specifically inside product management, it while a length of time may be long, it really gets broken up into short increments,
Yeah.
usually 2-week
Yeah.
increments.
Right.
And I think what I love about the process is that it's iterative,
Yeah.
even on a daily basis, right?
Yeah.
So as product teams have daily scrums,
Hmm.
where they're describing what's happening, what happened yesterday, what's happening today, it gives you a chance to actually iterate
Yeah.
daily. But then I think what's also really important in that methodology is stopping, at the end of what is usually that 2-week period and
Right.
doing that retrospective. And I just
Yeah.
think that's a really powerful piece of this methodology. Now look back to what we wanted to accomplish 2 weeks ago. Did we? If not, why? What were the roadblocks that exist? And how can I, let's say, as a leader, as a product manager, start to knock those roadblocks down in the next sprint if that's what's needed? Or were we off track? Do we need to pivot our path? So I
Yeah.
that's one reason why I think it's a really powerful approach.
Well, given that it was basically the practice areas was developed in technology, they've built some cool tools for themselves, like Fun Retro, as you I think might have used before. But it can be quite an engaging team collaborative experience, especially remote working, to be able to have whiteboards that are shared and work very well in these cloud-based technologies. So Brent, where could someone find out more, or how could they engage with the Walton College of Business regarding this area of product management? Where would be some good connecting points?
Two really come to my mind, Andy, with specifically with regard to the Sam Walton College of Business. And one is our McMillon Innovation Studio. So the McMillon Innovation Studio really was founded to help our students be catalysts of innovation in the future. And students that are deeply embedded in the McMillon Innovation Studio are working on product teams, and they're learning how to work using an agile methodology. I would say also the Walton College Executive Education Program has a pretty unique program, which we call Innovate to Lead. And we typically do that with companies, in a custom way. But it really is, at least what I would call maybe on the front side, we're not teaching agile. What we're really teaching in that program, and it's, a short program usually could be, a day or two, or broken up into several small increments. But it's really about, how do you really define the problem? How do you make sure that you're solving the right problem? How do you keep the customer at the heart of that problem throughout the process? And then how do you think in a prototyping and iterative way about solving the problem?
I love it. I'll put some of the links to both of those in the notes for those that want to click through and find out more. Brent, thank you for your time on this. Enlightening as ever, and I appreciate you jumping out of your busy day to give me a few minutes, but thank you so much.
So much fun to talk to you. Thanks, Andy.